Most men who come into my clinic share a common confusion. They're never quite sure what constitutes a healthy sexual frequency as they get older. Some believe daily release is essential for prostate health, while others are convinced that complete abstinence is the safer path. The truth that often surprises them is that your prostate isn't counting, it's responding to rhythm. Today, I want to share with you the subtle but important connection between your release patterns, prostate comfort, and maintaining sexual vitality throughout your later years. I'm Dr. Emily Brooks, a urologist specializing in men's health. Over the past 15 years, I've helped thousands of men navigate prostate and sexual health concerns, not with complex medical interventions, but through better understanding and awareness of how their bodies work. What I'm going to share with you today might fundamentally shift how you think about your current habits and their impact on your well-being. To understand why frequency matters, we need to start with what your prostate actually does. This walnut-sized gland functions as a sophisticated fluid-producing factory, creating the seminal fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. Like any active organ, it requires regular circulation and flushing to maintain optimal health. When activity is either excessive or insufficient, the prostate responds with various signals: discomfort, inflammation, or fluid stagnation. Think of your prostate like a delicate sponge. It needs regular, gentle squeezing to stay healthy and functional. But constant pressure or complete dryness both create their own problems. The key is finding the middle ground that keeps this vital gland functioning smoothly without overwhelming it. When men maintain a daily release schedule after 60, they may unknowingly be creating subtle strain on their prostate. The gland's smooth muscles and surrounding tissues need adequate recovery time between ejaculations, much like any other muscle group in your body. Without sufficient rest, you might experience mild swelling, nutrient depletion, particularly zinc, which is crucial for prostate function, or a general sense of pelvic fatigue. Some men notice these signals as a dull ache in the perineum, a slight weakening of urinary stream, or overall pelvic heaviness. Imagine running the same marathon every single day. Even if you enjoy running, your body would eventually show signs of fatigue and strain. Your prostate responds similarly to constant demand without adequate recovery periods. If this sounds familiar, consider incorporating 1 to 2 rest days per week, increasing your hydration, and adding zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and legumes to support natural recovery processes. On the opposite end of the spectrum, prolonged abstinence creates its own set of challenges. When the prostate goes extended periods without the natural contraction and release process of ejaculation, fluids can become stagnant, leading to congestion and pressure buildup. This may manifest as a sensation of fullness in the rectal area, increased nighttime urination, or even occasional minor leakage. It's helpful to remember that your prostate is designed for activity. It's a functional gland that benefits from regular, moderate use. Gentle activity helps maintain healthy oxygen levels and fluid exchange within the glandular tissues. If you've been avoiding sexual activity altogether, consider introducing moderate frequency, typically 2 to 4 times weekly for most men over 60, combined with daily pelvic stretches and walking to encourage natural circulation. The most common question I receive is, what's the perfect number? And my answer often surprises men. Your optimal frequency isn't a universal number, but a personal rhythm that aligns with your body's unique needs and responses. The signs that you've found your balance are both physical and emotional. When your pattern leaves you feeling relaxed, comfortable, and without pelvic discomfort afterward, you've likely found your sweet spot. Conversely, if you notice persistent soreness, urinary changes, or a sense of fatigue, your body may be telling you to adjust your rhythm. Learning to read these signals is more valuable than adhering to any predetermined schedule. Your body possesses an innate wisdom about what it needs. The key is learning to listen and respond accordingly. Based on urological principles, I recommend a simple routine that supports prostate health regardless of your chosen frequency. First, prioritize hydration. Drink water before and after sexual activity to support natural fluid balance. Second, avoid prolonged sitting immediately afterward. Instead, take a brief 2-minute walk to encourage healthy pelvic circulation. Third, consider using a warm compress on your lower abdomen once or twice weekly to promote muscle relaxation and blood flow. Finally, practice 10 slow Kegel exercises daily, not the rapid contractions, but deliberate, sustained squeezes and releases that improve blood flow to the entire pelvic region. These small habits work together to create an environment where your prostate can function optimally, whether you're sexually active or taking a break. As we mature, our approach to sexual health should evolve from performance-based thinking to awareness-based practice. This isn't about following strict rules or comparing yourself to others, but about developing a respectful, responsive relationship with your body. Sexual expression at this stage of life becomes less about achievement and more about communication, with yourself and potentially with a partner. When you understand and honor your body's natural rhythms, you're not just preventing problems, you're actively investing in long-term vitality and confidence. Your body isn't failing you as you age. It's inviting you into a more nuanced, thoughtful partnership. If this discussion has brought you new insights about your prostate health, I invite you to join our community at Pro Men Vitality, where we explore men's health topics with clarity and compassion, replacing anxiety with understanding. And before we finish, I want to mention that even with perfect frequency, many men overlook one common daily habit that can quietly irritate the prostate. In my next video, we'll explore exactly what that habit is and how to address it. Thank you for investing this time in your health. These conversations represent the most meaningful work I do as a physician, and I'm grateful we could have this discussion today.